Greetings. Today we're in section 3 of The World Which Was, part 2, from 2 Peter 3, 5, and 6. Likewise, conversely, God is the punisher of those who do not diligently seek him by faith, to remain willingly ignorant of his coming judgment. But I ask, does not evolution also use circular reasoning? Fossil rocks are dated by the types of fossils found in them. So let's consider this example. They say that this rock is X years old because it contains Y fossil. The Y fossil belongs to the period Z because it was found in X rock. This method only works upon selected fossil indexes or indices, which are said to be representative of each representative evolutionary period. Darwin's famed theory was developed prior to the year 1840, at which time the vast majority of the world's landmass was yet unexplored. Famed creationist Dr. Henry Morris said, "Nowhere in the world is there a fossil record as pictured in the evolutionary process. Rather, sedimentary evidence shows that from the earliest to the present time, with few exceptions, that all plant and animal life was contemporary. The next greatest obstacle after creation for those who desire to remain willingly ignorant is to explain the worldwide flood. A theory known as uniformity or Unitarianism was developed to attempt to explain the flood away. Simply stated, this theory says present processes plus a lot of time could bring about the current fossil evidence in the earth. Sedimentary fossils demonstrate catastrophic deposition by water rather than the due course of eons of evolution. That is, instead of the slow process of things dying, decaying, and being deposited, the sedimentary evidence demands a quick death, as in drowning, and a depositing into the fossil layer before decay begins. Some would observe, quote, "There is no place for worldwide catastrophes in the world, past or present, if the principle of Unitarianism has any validity," end quote. An accounting of geological find in the state of New Mexico some years ago stated, and I quote, "As the layer was exposed, it revealed a most remarkable dinosaurian graveyard in which there were literally scores of skeletons on top of one another. It would appear that some local catastrophe had overtaken these dinosaurs so that they all died together and were buried together. They were piled in the greatest confusion, piled on top of one another with heads and tails and legs and feet, often inexorably mixed together in a dactyl puzzle of bones," end quote. Of another find in Alberta, Canada, I quote, "Innumerable bones and many fine skeletons of dinosaurs and other associated reptiles have been quarried from these badlands, particularly in the 15-mile stretch of the river to the east of Steveville, a stretch that is a veritable dinosaurian graveyard," end quote. Of another find in Wyoming, I quote, "The concentration of fossils was remarkable. They were piled up like logs in a jam," end quote. Further, we have fossil evidence of footprints in limestone in central Texas and in the state of Delaware. In each of these instances, they stress these things were the results of a local catastrophe, denying the Bible account of the worldwide flood. So you and I must decide if there was a worldwide flood or an unexplained series of local catastrophes occurring around the world at the same time. Evolution claims that dinosaurs became extinct 100 million years before man evolved. Yet there is fossil evidence of a 16-inch human footprint and of a dinosaur side by side in a riverbed.